All right. Well, hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. It is a Tuesday morning here. It is 11 a.m. I decided to do my show at 11 today because I got a little behind on some things, so I switched it up a bit. You are listening to Rare Sense Thoughts on Blog Talk Radio, and I'm your host, Harry Shade. Now, we've been having some technical issues. Hopefully the microphone is working and coming through, and you'll be able to hear me. But if not, I am recording it or videotaping the show as I normally do, and so if the audio doesn't work out, well, we'll have the videotape anyway. So I'm very, very blessed to have you listening in today, and I thank you for doing that. And today what I wanted to do was talk about, in some ways, some random things, but it's really going to focus on the fact that, creative thoughts, and what are we doing to create the world. Now, for those of you that are going to see the video, I've got my Truth on Earth shirt on, and I'm going to have that on for the video, so I'm promoting this wonderful band, Truth on Earth, Kylie, Serena, and Tess. They are fantastic young ladies. They sing like angels, and they're out there doing what they can to support the world in a positive way. So if you can, go to truthonearth.com, listen to their music, buy their music, and follow them on Facebook and like them and those types of things. Become their friends and spread their truth. And that's, they do a fantastic job. Got to meet them out in LA a few months ago, and they are just fantastic young ladies. So, Truth on Earth. Anyway, what I want to talk about today, I noticed a lot of my friends on Facebook today are talking about things about creative thought. One of my friends, Laura, had a thing in there. She's going through the Course in Miracles, those types of things. And, there's a lot going on in the world right now. And, we talk about all the uprisings and things that are happening in Africa and the Middle East. And we've had some, awful weather. We just had an earthquake down in New Zealand again. And so there's a really huge shift in energy that's going on in the world right now. And some people want to take that and run with it and look at the negative. And what I really want to say to you guys here today is if you really take the time to look at really what goes on a daily basis, a good majority of it is actually positive. Love, peace, joy, and harmony actually permeates most everything that we encounter on a daily basis. Sure, there's the other side of things, and it's a tragedy when people lose their lives in something like an earthquake or as they're doing these protests and whatnot. But if you really look at the underpinnings of all these things that are happening and what's going on, at the core of all these, of everything that we have happening is actually in the end love. And how can we continue to spread that love? Well, first and foremost, like I've often told people, is that type of thing starts at home. Okay? Starts with yourself is what I mean by that when I say starts at home. So what are you doing on a daily basis to spread love, peace, joy, and harmony? What are your thoughts around things? What are you putting into your head? What are you watching? What are you reading? Okay? And then what energy are you putting out there? I mentioned the other day that, you expend the same amount of energy. All of us expend energy every day. How many of you are actually creating more energy with the energy you're expending? Let me explain that for a moment. Like I said, a lot of this is going to be random, but it's all coming back to creative thoughts. How are you expending that energy? Okay? If you're expending that energy in negative thoughts and negative things and focusing on that, you're expending it, but creating nothing in return. Did you ever notice that is draining? Did you ever notice that when you focus on those types of things, it actually does drain you of energy? Doesn't feel good? And so you feel tired, you feel lethargic, you feel, all those things that happens when the energy is drained from you. Well, why not do the opposite? Do the opposite. Allow the energy to come back to you and to expand and to enhance. And how does that happen? When you focus on and you put your thoughts on love, peace, joy, and harmony, the energy you expend to do that creates more energy for you and for everybody else. It sends out waves of energy that allows other people to grab onto that energy and then create that energy themselves. And it goes on and on and on. If you put out the opposite, if you put out that energy of lack, you put out that energy of fear, you put out that energy of disharmony, if you put out that type of energy, not only does it drain you, but when it goes to other people and they absorb it, it drains them as well. So, let's go with the flow of life. And the flow of life is love, peace, harmony, and joy. That's the flow of life. Again, look at your life on a daily basis. Figure out what really goes on around you. And you're going to notice that a very large majority of it is permeated with those four things. Love, peace, joy, and harmony. I mean, seriously. Think about it. Really, really think about it. And put your focus on those four things. Create that energy. Send that energy out so that it allows other people to grab onto it and create it as well. Be the person that starts this. It's like Gandhi said a long time ago. Be the change that you want to see in the world. That's why I say it starts at home. Okay? It starts with you. Are you feeling love for yourself? Are you feeling peace within yourself? Are you feeling harmony within yourself? And are you feeling joy? Okay? If not, then change it. Because you're the only one that can. Do not look for those things outside of yourselves. It's like I said the other day. It is absolutely worthless to look for these types of things outside of yourself if they're not within yourself. Because you're not going to find them out there if they're not in here first. All right, this is the time of the show we take that break. You are listening to Rare Sense Thoughts on Blog Talk Radio. I'm your host, Harry Shade. We'll be back after this brief break.